tools we're going to be using, and if volume levels are messed up, you guys let me know and I'll figure it out. I don't know how this is going to work today. I test it. Alright, so these are the PVC cutters we're going to be using. There's a really bad glare off that light. There we go. And they come in just in a package like that. They're, I think, 10, 15 bucks from Home Depot. And they're ratcheting, which is really cool. You just kind of crank them open, really sharp, and then you ratchet them. And they can take off a toe or anything like that. Let's see here what else. We've got mostly just tape measure, Sharpie, and drill that's charging. Oh, yeah, I actually have some really nice tools. I used to build houses, so I've got some really nice stuff, but we're just using little simple, I used to call them homeowner special tools. Like the drill we have, this home inductor drill, is great. It's charging right now. It's a lithium ion drill, but it has different pieces. If I can even get it to release now. Which, like, it's totally stuck. Anyways, the front part here will come off and you can change it. Tal, maybe you can tell me, remind me what it's called. This one is, oh, the Matrix. We have, like, there's little saw heads, there's jigsaw head, there's impact wrench, all sorts of different pieces you can get that go right onto this drill. And it's actually really cool. All my other drills are like Makita. So it's different having something like that for me. But okay, like I said in chat earlier, we do have song requests up. If you request a song and I don't see it or hear it, you know, maybe do an @Norv and it'll ting and I'll notice it and I can go and turn it up because it's in the other part of the room. Alright, so thank you for plays, Victoria Steelsea and Taliesin Kong for the hosts. And I'm gonna move the piggy and get started. We are just gonna use, these are 10-foot long, half-inch regular PVC pipe. They're usually about $2 to $3 a piece at your local Home Depot. If you get a hand cutter like that and you have a car, you can just cut them into lengths that you can work with in your car and take them home if you don't have a truck. Luckily, I had a mother-in-law that came with her truck to help me get them. So I want to show you real quick what it is we're going to be building. Let me get rid of the chroma on that. Alright. So, you can see this here. The desktop is just going to be across the top. I already have a desktop that is pretty big. It's like 5 feet by 3 feet, so I'll be able to do creative streams and things like that on it and have all of my monitors still with plenty of space. So we are just going to build the frame part today. And yeah, have fun, guys. And I'm seriously going to screw this up probably at some point because I have no idea really how I'm going to be doing this. Come on, Toshi. Toshi, come on. That bot is almost too loud. There we go. Can you guys hear it okay? Or did I just make it so you can't hear it? Okay, we're talking about bots. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start doing some cuts. I am building, first I'm going to build the two side column things. I'm just going to build them and then they're barely joined at all. If that makes any sense, you really only have like 1 or 2 pipes that go across to join them. and this tape measure has no lock on it because I broke it. Alright, so for the main portion of the legs, if you noticed before I had a shelf on it because I'm going to be setting my PC on this and I want it to be up off the ground. I work mostly in the basement, so the ultimate height of the desk, we're going to go for about 30 inches, which is a pretty standard height on a desk. So anyways, yeah, we're going to go 2 feet down, and then we're putting in a shelf, and then it's going to be 4 to 6 inches below that, depending on how much space the connectors and all of that take up. That way the desk or the computer will be sitting about 4 inches or so off the ground. But yeah, these are the super cool cutters. I just made my little 2-foot mark right there. I'm gonna ratchet it down, and they cut them nice square, clean cuts. And that's it. Super easy, and I'm not super strong, so it's not like, you know, these are really hard to use. Alright, so I'm going to do the 4 legs first. I'm going to just do all of them right at 2 feet. And if you notice, I'm not cutting, or I'm not measuring a whole bunch, you know, 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet. I'm not measuring them out that way. It's not such a big deal with this tool, but if you're using, say you're using a circular saw or any other type of saw, you have to take out, or you have to allow for the thickness of the blade. Usually in a regular circular saw, you're going to lose about 1/8 of an inch off of whatever board you're cutting. So you don't want to just go 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet. You want to go 2 feet, 4 feet, 1/8, 6 feet, 1/4, and so on to make up for that little lost bit. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a table that just kind of slips. But yeah, with this tool, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. It's just habit, and I like that habit, so I'm not going to change it. And I just lost my place. But since I want to set my computer in here, I'm making sure that the main portion of this is that full 2 feet, because I have a relatively large tower. This will give me about 4 inches of spare space on it, and I want to make sure I have plenty of room around it for a larger computer tower in the future if I want, or extra room so that it's easy to access it and work on it. Add in, you know, extra fans and that sort. And then if our regular team shenanigans or shenanigan people are interested in doing a project like this and you need some help or advice, just ask me. Let me know, and I'll help you figure out what materials you need and all of that. Alright, so this is the last piece, and it's also right at 24 inches, so we can use this on the other side. So using this tool, we did not lose any of that material like I was talking about, that 1/8 and all that, because it is literally just a really big razor blade. So we'll save this piece for the other side. In fact, I'm going to go ahead, crawl back over here to the PC, and I will pull up that desk overlay again, and go ahead and turn on that chroma key, so that we can leave it up and you guys can kind of see what it is that we're building. I'll just put it right there for now. Alright, and I'm not really able to read chat too super well. You'll ask your wife what? Yes. Yes, ask the wife, good. Alright, so And you guys can't really see my cursor, so I'll try and do it like a weatherman here. The bottom board, actually I meant to cut it beforehand, but I didn't. This is the board that I'm going to use for the bottom. It's just 2 feet by 2 feet. It comes this way. It's a compressed particle type board. Let's see here. It's 1/4 inch, 2 feet by 2 feet, MDF board. Home Depot. I think this one was $6, most expensive part of the desk. I'm just going to cut it lengthways, straight down, and for that I have a circular saw. And that's going to be that bottom shelf there to keep the desk off the ground. So, we're going to do for a little bit of connectors. I have a desk on me. No! I know, I will put some coconut oil on that and that'll just clear right up. Alright, so when you go to Home Depot, you're going to see a whole wall of different PVC pipe connectors and things. You want to make sure you get the ones that are going to fit over the end, of course, of whatever it is you're working on. And some pieces, if I can find them, have threads and screw holes in them. Let's see if we can get it to show. Some of them are threaded, whereas some are smooth. Depending on how you want the angle to work, you might have to get threaded pieces versus screwed on pieces. And if you have to get the threaded pieces, don't fret. They do have little pieces that, you know, on the male ends, where it's the female end that just slides in right there, and then the male end has the thread. So you just slip that on, and then you thread it on, and then boom, there you go. The only thing is that adds a lot to your height, which is where we're actually going to have our biggest problem with this desk. Is that's going to be, it's going to add quite a few inches to the middle part of our desk. And that's what we're going to work on right here, right now. We're going to try and put these on. And it might, you know, because we're trying to make it so that we're not permanently affixing all of these pieces. We want to be able to use them in different projects later on. Take the desk apart, use it, maybe, I don't know, as a bookcase if we want, or add on to the desk in the future and make it totally different. So here we are right now with this 2-foot piece we have that was 24 inches when we cut it, is now 26.5 inches. And then on the bottom side of this one, we're going to add this T-piece. T-piece. And it is going to go, let's see, this is going to be in this way, so it's going to go this direction. I'm just squeezing it, I'm not hammering this into place. I'll hammer it afterward when I'm trying to level the desk out. I might tap it here and there to try to get it snug up. Alright, so with that T-piece on, we're just over 28 inches. So that bottom bit that was going to be 4 to 6 inches is actually probably only going to end up being 2 inches. Which is fine. If I had thought ahead, which, you know, maybe next desk or whatever, then maybe I would cut these pieces instead of 24, I would have cut them at 20 or 22. Just gives a little extra. But even if we just put our desk board or whatever right here at the very bottom of this and we don't add any more, that is still going to keep your PC off the ground and give you a little bit of protection from flooding, which unfortunately one of our friends did just recently lose a PC to flooding in his basement. It's only going to help you a little bit, just a couple inches, but it's better than nothing. Oh, you like that? Yeah, the nice little, this is what our stream is. This is directly screenshot from your thing. I was going to do a little @flapjack in the corner, but that doesn't need to be addressed. And then another cool piece we got was caps. These are just simple caps that, let me see here, I've got a really bad glare off that light, but it's just, there we go, with that camera, try to see it. It's just, seriously, just an end cap. It's a slip-on, So we'll be able to just slide it right on to whatever bottom we do, and then the desk will be able to slide around on the floor. It won't tear up, you know, if you have hardwood floors or anything, it won't damage your floors then. And it just makes things a little cleaner. So that's mainly the pieces we're going to be using. And screws. Am I dropping frames? I don't think I'm dropping frames. Do I look like I'm dropping frames? I should come visit you and build the desk. Yeah, and I want to say that overall, including buying the tools for this, which I only had to buy the hand crimper. This is a third shift bum. With a hand crimper and all the tools, tax, and everything, I think it was $65, which is really not bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put together a couple more of these for our bit here. And if you notice down at the bottom, I don't have cross beams all the way around the wood shelf, like the front and the back. There is no PVC pipe there. That is going to be held together by that wood shelf. It's just a way to save a little bit on material and keep us from having to buy a whole nother piece. Oh, you're up super late, and then yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that work was not friendly for you. Alright, so I'm sitting here and I'm looking, trying to figure out where these pieces went, and this goes to the bed project that I'm building. So I have extra pieces in here for another project that I'm in the middle of, so that was confusing me. Alright. Another thing is sometimes you can buy these, if you pay a lot more, you can buy furniture grade. These are 40 cents each. Furniture grades can cost you about $8 for the same piece. The only difference is you don't have the threads. And they come in colors, but this you can paint. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull out. Let's see here, we're going to need 4 of these, so 3 more of the tees. And the tee pieces you can buy in a big bag. It's just a couple bucks for a huge bag, and you get 10. Make sure if you do buy a bag, you look at it and it doesn't have holes in it. The first bag I picked up had holes in it, so it was missing a few pieces. You're having weird dreams? I'm sorry you're having weird dreams. I really hate it when I finally do get to sleep and then it's interrupted by odd dreams the whole time.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Thank you, Cammy Manny, for that host. Welcome. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3 T pieces, 3 corners, 3 of those. Alright, that should be it for now. Alright, and all I'm doing here is I'm just building more of those. And I really screwed up by not going out and cutting that board. I kept saying I'll do it tomorrow, and I think I totally just forgot to. Just all picked through, yeah. I really lucked out when I went to Home Depot though, because there was an older gentleman employee who was restocking the wall of fittings when I was there. So I just had a whole bucket. We're listening to the Swedish Chef. I had a bucket, which if you don't go to Home Depot very often, when you go to those stores, they usually have big orange buckets or something by the front. And instead of getting a shopping basket, if you don't want a cart, you just grab a bucket and you use the bucket like a basket. So anyways, I had my bucket, and he just helped me fill it up with all the pieces I needed. I just read off my list, and he pulled things off the wall, and he knew where everything was. It was great. I have used Home Depot for years for various projects, for professional and for personal projects, and I don't think I've ever really had a bad experience there. All the employees are really great. So never ever hesitate to stop and ask one of them for help. They're pretty good, and the older ones are usually better. The young ones, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the young guys, but The older ones seem to know where everything is a little bit better, or have an idea of doing your project a little easier. So yeah, I'm hoping by the end of this you guys will be able to at least have an idea, start coming up with ideas, build your own
No power in the verse can stop
desks
me.
and computer. Skelly! Hey Turkleton, welcome. Thank you for that host. But yeah, by the end of this, hopefully you guys will be able to, if you can't build your own desk, then you'll at least get an idea on how you can, and have the confidence to give it a try, you know? Make some shelves. Especially if you're around and say, quick, where's your fire extinguisher? Yes, okay, so Towson and I own our own house, and it's a fixer-upper. You can see from the floors here, there's some stuff that's wrong with it. Oh, RIP Home Depot Store 1563 will miss you. Yeah. So we had a pipe break, and it didn't like completely bust and flood. It was a pinhole. It was spraying, and anyways, we had to cut a piece out, and no, it was the oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called now. When your pipes come into your house, there's a pressure relief valve that's usually in your basement, or you know, right where your piping comes in from outside. And for us, it's in the basement here. It's in our closet, and it started leaking. There was a lot of damage and stuff. The pipes out on the street, and it caused problems for our house. So it started leaking, and it's really old, and we went to replace it, and we ended up having to use a blowtorch to try to cut the pipe, and or actually we were trying to use the blowtorch, I think, just to break it loose at the beginning. And we went to Home Depot, we bought the blowtorch, we bought all the things, the pressure regulator. Yeah, thank you, Tal. And we had this nice lady there help us. She was super sweet. We got everything we needed. We came home. We worked on it for like an hour. It just wasn't working. So we went back to Home Depot, and we saw she was still there. And Towson just ran up to her, super frantic, and was like, quick, quick, where's your fire extinguishers? And her face just went white. She freaked out. She thought we set fire to the house. It was great. But instead of going that route, we just cut the pipe and used a different product. It's called Shark Bite, and we love them. Shark Bite is awesome. They've sent me some stuff here, and I'll show you guys later. But they're wonderful, and yeah, Shark Bite makes great products. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up another pipe, so we can build the frame over here. I think I ended up buying 6 of these total. I might end up only using 5. It depends. I'm trying to remember this project. I have 2 projects going. This and then the bed project, which one had 5 pieces, one had 6 pieces. And I'm using the same PVC size across everything so that I can use the pieces back and forth if I needed to. Yes, thank you for sharkbite.com. They are great. They do, if you have plumbing problems or anything in your house, they're the ones to use. Home Depot carries Shark Bite. They have a Facebook page. They're really nice. What they do is they have slip-on plumbing pieces. So, like, we had another hole in our bathroom. You cut the piece out, you get this Shark Bite bit. It slides in, and it's like you push on the outsides, and it pressurizes it, and it seals your pipe. There's no welding. It's just cutting with the little plumber's cutting knife, which it's a freehand. It's like this, but small. And yeah, there's no glue, no soldering, nothing. It's super easy. We love Shark Bite. Right, and I lost my tape measure already. There it is. It's in my ghetto rocking chair. Better get back to your calibrations. Calibrates. You better go calibrate. All right, so now I'm gonna be. I need 2 2-foot pieces. So I have 1 still from the last piece, and 1 here. What did I learn how to do? Because I don't have it. All right, sure. am not left-handed. I'm not left-handed at all. Alright, and since I have that board that's going to be the bottom shelf, this is going to be the top rails holding my sides together. I actually cut that a little bit of an angle, but that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so I'm going to have 2 feet going back, and then it's going to be 1 foot wide. So I only need 2 1-foot pieces here. Another thing that I could say that is really, really important to do, especially when you're working with things like PVC pipe, where they have certain fittings available, is draw it out. Whether you sketch it out in paint, or you sketch it out on a notepad, or go super fancy and do it up in AutoCAD or something. Draw it out, figure out what corners you want, and then go to the website of Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever your hardware store is and see if they have the fittings available. Because just because you can put that connection on paper doesn't mean that that connection actually exists or is available without spending way too much money. I just did that wrong. Yep. No. Got 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, I marked it wrong. Yeah. I marked an extra one that I don't need. But yeah, when we get to the point where we're conjoining the 2 sides, you'll see what I mean. There's some pieces that just don't naturally fit and exist. So, alright, this is, I do need more 2-foot sections. Alright, so this is 2-foot section here. Section here. It's actually starting to come together. Looking like a thing. And you see, I'm going to build the main frame pieces out first, and then I'll do that little bottom because that's our extra, and that is where we make up for our height differences and all that in our chair. And as you can see, it's really, really out of whack, like it's not square right now. But the cool thing with these and not using glue is we can always tweak and twerk and make this work. Another great thing is, yeah, like I said earlier, you can paint this. So I'm thinking about painting it in like a dark gray or something like that, and writing everybody's names and things like that on it or something. We'll have fun with it. Put your Norm in a box. Woo! Norm in a box, yes. Right, see, yep, actually have these all facing the right way. So I just need 2 more 2-foot sections. Depending on how long all this takes, we might, I don't know, take a break while I go and cut the boards for the shelves. Alright, so we're going to cut 2 bars that go here that are 2 feet each. And see, I'm doing this because, like I said, I have a desktop upstairs that was part of an older desk, and over years and roommates and getting banged around and all that, it fell apart. I used to have it setting on some shelves. Back in my Final Fantasy days, I used to play on that desk, and I had it sitting on shelves, but now I'm using those shelves in my kitchen, and I really like them, so I didn't want to take them down for the desk, so I figured it'd be time to build a proper desk. And if you guys ever, pop over to Google Images right now and look up PVC desks, there are some really great things, especially for streamers. There's some options out there that are wonderful because you can build the pipes up and put shelves or things over the top and put in lighting and things like that so that you can have all your light sources at just the angle and things you want you know, and you can change it all. That's the best thing is the PVC pipe. You can always change it. Oh, old woe 97. Welcome and thank you. Thank you. I was hoping I'd be okay at this. This type of stream was new to me. But I love building things. I would much rather DIY something at home than go out and pay for it if I could, and if I have time. Since the baby, I don't have the time to do as many projects as I used to. And I thought this would just be a really great one, and I really wanted to stream it because it could be really useful to all of you guys out there in stream world. And see, even with this, if we wanted to, this is sturdy enough. Once I put these in here, without that shelf on there, I mean, really you could just use this as your desk. But that shelf will give it a nice bit, a little extra stability. If you don't want a shelf, you of course can just put another PVC pipe across it, like here, just make a cube. That'll work fine. I'm gonna have to get up off the floor. Oh gosh. Also helps if you're a lot younger. Yeah. So this is the main idea behind the frame here at the desk. Is these. Right there. Super easy. And so far the only tool I've used is the cutters, which were 15 bucks, we'll say, a tape measure, and a pen. That's it. So those options are always there. And also, even if you don't want to do any of the cutting, plan something using 2-foot pieces.
No power in the verse can stop me.
2-foot pieces. Lilu, thank you for the host. If you plan your whole thing out doing 2-foot pieces, Home Depot sells PVC pipe in 2-foot lengths already. It's usually $1.50 to $2 a piece, so you'll pay a lot more for it, like maybe 3 times as much. But it's there. If you only have a small car or a backpack to carry your pieces in, you can do it. So, right there, that is going to be our shelf, and that's half of our desk is already done. I'm going to set this over here, out of the way, put the shelf on it, and we've already got one piece started for our next bit. Oh, gosh. But yeah, I am all for trying to do this sort of stuff where it's easy for anybody else to go and do this. Make it your own. Cover it in stickers and decals. Sharpies write on this really, really well, so you can sit here and you can draw on this. This is a personal computer that I'm building. This is a desk I'm making. I'm making a computer desk for my stream setup. And I'm using my personal computer for it. I don't know if the bot went to sleep. I don't know if you guys have tried requesting music. If you could get some more, if you want to get some more tunes going, you can. I might need Tal down here to unlock. Oh, there we go. It's up. There we go. Yeah, the bot's still up. She's building a desk to house her personal computer and all of her streaming equipment. Yes, I am. Nor will I be screwing the stuff into the PVC for stability. I will be. Mostly I'm going to be screwing that bottom shelf. Sorry, I've got the BTTV plug-in, and it fills up my chat after a little bit, so I gotta clear this out. I will be screwing it in. I forgot to buy screws when I was at Home Depot, so I had to go to Walmart later. But these are the ones that I picked up, so I wasn't sure what size I needed. And let's see here. These ones here, I'm going to use to attach my computer top. So I'm going to screw in from the bottom up to it. And then these ones are for the shelf. And another good thing with PVC is if you want to make it more stable, once you have this pushed in as far as you can put a screw in right here. I would say maybe pre-drill it a little bit. But you can pop a screw in right there. Drywall screws would work, or small, short mechanical screws. Something with a nice sharp tip, not too long. Put it in right there, and that'll keep it from sliding out, and it'll also keep it
No
from
power
turning.
in the verse can stop me.
Thank you for the song. Let's see here. Like this. I'll show it to you. This was actually a dog bed right here, but this makes for a great green screen type of DIY. It's PVC pipe, and you can see these are all the screws right here that are holding this fabric in, and the fabric is pulled taut, and it's rolled, folded over so it's stronger, and it's screwed right in. But the important part is it's got screws here in the corners to keep these pipes from turning, because if you pull this tight, you screw it in, it's just going to unscrew itself, untwist itself. So you want to screw it in tight and then stretch your fabric, and then you can make a great green screen doing this. And it's strong, and this is a dog bed for a giant husky. I'm just using it for a kind of a kid gate right now. And if I'm missing anybody's questions, just ask again, do the @Norvinia or @Norv, or you can just say Norv and I'll see it. And ask again, please. And if you like me to go over something else, just tell me. Or go ahead and shut up so you can hear the music. I'll do that too. So let me go back to building another one of these. So first I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the long pieces, like 2-foot pieces. I already have one. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to make that 7. I can get 5 out of each of these. And since we figured out that we aren't going to lose any material in each cut, I can go ahead and mark a couple of cuts at a time. Since I'm actually working on my knees a lot, haha, I'm going to slide this rug over here and kneel on it because this concrete floor is killing me. You guys can enjoy Pit Girl's beautiful space rug. I should have her foam out here. We were hoping to have Pip and Tal join on the stream, but I think she's up there sleeping. I don't know. Talson, is Pip finally down for her nap? Okay, I am off somewhere on my measurement. Oh, this one's long. Yeah, okay. I was freaked out for a second. Oh, hell no, this child is, she's fighting a nap. I'm sorry, honey. Definitely do not get your thumb in these. It will eat your thumb up. Can you guys hear the music okay, though? Is this working alright with the song requests? Hey, very welcome. Yeah, so these are actually just a little bit over 10 feet in this bundle. The first pipes I pulled were exactly 10 feet, but this second bundle I've got now are the 4 pipes from a little long. So we'll just make extra cuts, that's all. And if you work with lumber, which is normally what I work with, I like the wood, you'll learn that the boards are usually a bit longer. Not a lot, but a little bit longer. And that is because they generally like to leave you with a little bit at the end where you can cut it off for some waste and make your ends nice and square, because usually at the sawmills, they don't make the lumber nice and square. That's not a lot, you know, on the over, you know, 10 feet we were using, but that will be a big enough difference in a desk that it won't sit right. The first pipe that we used, that was exactly 10 feet. This is a little quiet. Yeah, it's a great level for me. I think if it's too much louder, it'll hurt my head. Yeah. Yeah, and I gotta say right now, I'm really enjoying the smell of these cutters here, because it's a nice grease engine kind of bar smell. Alright, so these are 2 more 24-inch pieces. Also, I added some sound effects into the box, which we'll see if you guys want to test those for me. There's only 2. It's Rarl and Pip. Let's see if they work right. DJ from Funky Fresh, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, DJ? Let's see here. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Ryle.
I don't know if you guys could hear that because it's running through my my desktop. Get back here. Alright, so we have all of our 2-foot pieces cut now. I don't know if you guys could hear that. But it's cute. Alright, so I have all of my 2-foot pieces cut. I'm just going to cut my 1-foot cross pieces. And we'll go from there. Oh, you guys heard it? Awesome. Yeah, Taliesin, thank you very much for isolating that sound clip for me. That was off of a video I took with my iPhone. Hi, baby. I gotta make one more cut. Ah!
Cool.
Oh,
We did not think the tool situation out.
I did. I don't know if you guys, some of you have seen Yukiko before. Some of you maybe have not. But you can, oh, you're scared of the pipe. Okay. Hi, Bobby. And this is my dear Yukiko. It's okay. Come here. This is my Bubba. She is the best Bubba there is, and she can kind of talk sometimes when she feels like it. Oh. Go on. Go on.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was supposed to scream X-ray when I came down.
Oh, X-ray. There you go.
Sorry, someone needs change.
Oh, that's fine. Do you need a hand?
No. I should have it. I'm just trying to stay out of your way.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I got dog hair on my face now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get off the floor for a minute. Yay. And go back over, and we're going to assemble these new pieces we just cut. Oh. Okay, well, you're fine. You're fine. Pick myself up off the floor. Towson, you had one job. Oh, you gotta go, Tassit? I'm sorry. Oh,
No, she's gonna go see a movie.
Awesome. What movie are you gonna go see? Or is it, you don't know yet?
She's probably already gone.
Oh, she's probably already gone. Yeah, that's true. Bye, Tassit. Thanks for coming by. Alright, I'm gonna switch right over here again. And I'm gonna use this as a little table to hold the pieces. Alright. Now, we're gonna cut out, we need 4 of the key pieces. Which actually finishes off this bag. I actually have a trash can over there. I'm not just throwing things. Alright, so over T pieces, we need our corner pieces with the threads. Oh, another cool thing, I was talking about using that bucket as your shopping basket. You can buy the bucket. And you get to check out, they always ask you if you want to buy the bucket. And it's just a couple bucks, and they're good buckets. I used to have a bunch. But now all my buckets seem to be old cat litter containers. So, you know. That is life. Alright, so you guys can't really see. I'm just counting out my pieces and putting together. Wow! The corner pieces. I'm just screwing in those corner pieces with the threads. That glare is so nasty. And poor Pit Girl is not happy. Check your headphones, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I've been upstairs.
Yeah, we're like streaming right through Pip's nap time, so, and she's usually down here napping, so it's not really a surprise to me that she's a little upset.
Cranky.
Wow. Okay, that's not a cool thing at all. You may think you're cute and funny, but no. Thank you to my mods. All right, that's pretty much it for our pieces here. We got our 8 pieces. And if you have pets and you're doing this, you are going to end up with pet hair on everything.
Hold on. 5 seconds. 5
I'm gonna
seconds.
just mute the mic for just a minute. Alright, I cleared the chat. I think that should have cleared for everybody, unless you have the plug-in that prevents the clearing. Okay, so now I have to kind of think about which way I want my pieces to go, so when I hook them up together, I don't have to sit here and fight it. So I am just lining up this side,
Oh,
see,
sorry.
on my other monitor. Oh gosh.
I got Saru, so we're good.
Okay. On my other monitor, I have the picture up of the desk and a slightly blown up version. It's all color coordinated and stuff, so I know which way things go. Oh, well, I already cleared it. Maybe it just cleared my side and it didn't clear your chat. As a mod, I think you can clear chat. It's like /clear chat or something. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and keep me company while I build this. How do you clear on-screen chat and Twitch alerts? I don't know what you mean by in Twitch alerts. I just think it's just /clear chat or something like that. You can Google mod commands if you need to. I'm trying to think which side I'm building. So here, this one is this one. So. Man, my hands are gonna be sore after this. Street Ryu, welcome! Alright, so I don't want all of my pieces coming up exactly the same, so I want to put these facing the other way. All I'm doing is lining up where my pipes are going to be going, so I don't have to mess with them too much once I'm down on the floor. And yeah, you can always tap on it with a hammer, just don't hit it too hard because you can crack the plastic, or do like I just did and just tap the floor to get them to see a little bit better. And I'm building a ship. I am building a ship. I am building the great SS Destination. You don't think Surprise is on the Twitch Creative? I don't know what you're referring to, Ruth. Are you gonna do? Oh, surprise, surprise. Alright. I'm gonna move back over there. And actually, I'm gonna get a drink first. So, hold on a second, people. This is another great thing about having a mini fridge in your basement. I got myself some throwback dude. I had some Coke in the bottle, but that's upstairs, and I just don't want to go there now. Of all the soldering iron place. The good thing is you can do the same style here over that and use steel piping or metal piping or whatever you want to use. It's an option. I choose PVC because it's cheap and it works really good. And yeah. Alright, so these are our two sides. Let's start connecting them. You know, when it comes time to using the power tools, I have no clue how that's going to sound on stream. It's probably going to like kill your guys' ears. built the same side twice. Hold on. I think I just built the same side twice. There we go. Which is fine if you turn it around. And this is apparently going to be held together with dog hair. Alright, and actually, Talson, I know you just went back upstairs with the baby, but would you mind coming back down here and, Freelacher, welcome. What's 3 minutes? I don't know if you want to come down here and hang out while I go cut the shelf, but pretty much this should take to build this. I've been working on about an hour. Yeah, so I mean, it's just about done. Alright, so in my plan here, I've got the shelf, which still needs to be cut. I'll have to do that outside. And then I have these crossbars. The crossbars, I'm going to take off that again so you can see it. If you look, the crossbars are not actually in the corners. I totally spaced building those in just now because the pipes that I have won't actually slide all the way through on these. So I have to actually make some more cuts into the existing ones and put those pieces in order to get those crossbars in. And in reality, we don't really even need those. So I'm thinking I might not even bother with them because it'll save material and then I can use that for other projects or another shelf or something on this. So Telson, if you are available, are you in chat? Can you come down for a couple minutes? I was cutting them. I'm just using a hand crimper. This is a nice little ratcheting PVC cutter that you can pick up at Home Depot for 10-15 bucks. It's by HDX. Yep, on your way. Okay. And I'm just gonna run outside real fast and cut the shelf. Like I said, this is just that one 2x2 board picked up. It's already comes in the size of 2x2 at Home Depot, and I'm just gonna cut it long ways, right down the middle. I need to mark it out for the cut real fast. Good torch device. Yeah, maybe torturing. I don't know. All sorts of people on the streams. You know what? Actually, I think I want one of this a little wide. Change my plan up a little. Hi, Boo Boo.
Hi. Alright. What's up, what's up?
I just need you to babysit the stream for me.
Babysit the stream.
Or make this cut.
Or make this cut.
Pip Girl has a minion button in her playpen.
She has inherited my old minion button.
So, Alright, I'm gonna take this off the screen real quick and show you guys this problem that I just realized. Alright. I'm doing everything in simple 2-foot and 1-foot pieces. Remember earlier I was talking about how I didn't really plan in a lot on the extra space that the fittings are going to make. So that means I also did not figure in the width of my shelf to allow for the extra space for the fittings. So if I look right here at my shelf, which I measured out to 1 foot, it's going to be too narrow for the width I have right now. So I'm going to actually have to trim this down a bit. The shelf will still be 1 foot, but I'm going to make the frame a little narrower so that I have the support underneath it.
Or what you could do is we could actually go back and get some more pieces to actually adjust for to compensate for the extra
Yeah,
space.
you could just get another one of these boards and
No, I'm
cut
not
it
even
wider.
thinking one of those boards. I'm thinking one of those bands that wraps around pipes that you can put a hole through.
Yeah, I would just get another board. I just have it be wider than planned.
Or you could get another board. I mean,
Honestly, that would just be the easiest way of doing it.
Yeah.
But this, I'm going to make another cut here on these pipes, on these two on the ends here, to make the frame a little narrower so that the frame is still. Where's Pip's Deadpool shirt?
she's gonna grow into this one.
That one. That's hers.
Oh, this is bad on my knees. Hashtag hose clamp.
Yes. Alright, so I want my shelf to come all the way out to the outside of my pipes here.
You realize you're totally in Pip's camera, right?
Yes.
All right.
So I actually need to take about 2 3/4 inches off of my end pipes. So Tom, which one did you want? Do you want to cut this one?
Sure. What do you want me to cut it with?
You want to cut this one?
Okay.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, let me go get it for you.
Alright, I'll finish marking this out for you. I need a straight edge. Right here. So since I cut these cross pieces at exactly 1 foot, the ones I added these extra pieces in, you would do what he said. Oh, with the hose clamps, and just have the shelf sit into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can screw the hose clamps into the board and make it more secure. That way, it would also make it flush with the piping.
That is true. It would also like kind of set in a little bit so that you could have it so it sets in, I guess.
That's why I said flush with the piping.
Flush with piping, yeah. You know, actually, you know what, guys? I think that would actually look a lot better. Which means I won't be able to finish this or attach the shelf necessarily on stream, but I'll Twitter out some pictures when I finish it.
So if we could get hashtag Tal was right trending.
Well, yeah, okay, all right. You know what? Okay. Do you still want to cut this short?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'm just not going to attach it, and then I won't shorten out the pieces.
Oh, what do we have? What do we have? Yes. Who requested that? DLC, you're the man.
Don't encourage this. Okay. Well, then you just ended my stream, guys. No, we're gonna cut this outside.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm not cutting in here with the baby stuff and just
And the baby.
the baby and the loudness and everything else. Okay, so then we're gonna work on the height then, cause I like the standard height of my current desk, which is it sits just about 30 inches or so. I could stand for it to be a little taller, so that's what we're gonna go with here. And it's actually, once I add the top, the desktop and everything, it's gonna be really close to what we have right now. The only issue is I do want my desk or my computer to be a little bit higher off the ground, so we're going to make a few adjustments to what we have. And, you know, kill some time because now we're not just attaching the the shelves in here. Alright, so I'm just going to make a couple more cuts, and then we're going to add some pieces on to the bottom. You guys get to enjoy a little bit of the pip cam. Hi, Bubbles. Hi. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but it's really cute. The towel was all ready for that saw. Yeah, yeah. You trying to find something that I need to buy? Okay. It's like, here's a saw. Let me plug that in. Yeah, well, we've cut, like, we cut in the basement and stuff pretty often because it's cold and we don't really have a good place outside to do it. So yeah, we feel like acceptable is just getting anything but baby, I guess, and noise factor. Okay, so I have my computer tower sitting right here, and my tower itself is only just about 20 inches. Whoa! Oh, okay, she's playing. She's fine. Alright, so the tower itself is only 20 inches. So I really don't need, this is a 26-inch opening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 inches off of up here. And you can hear him, he's cutting in the basement right now. You're fine. You're okay, boo-boo. You just don't know what to think of this, huh? Alright. So, cutting in the basement sounds emo. It does. It does. Alright, so it's 3 inches.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Thank you, Street. Thank you, Street, for the help. Cutting in the basement. That is a good album there. Your emo. Cutting in the basement.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then there's that joke about the grass where, you know, I wish my grass was emo so it could cut itself.
Alright, so.
Curved the last little bit because the power cable pulled on it.
Good job. Oh, let me see those real quick. So. Yeah. I was going to use this as a good example of the thickness of your blade causing you to lose a little bit of the material, but you guys can see the cut is just at a bit of an angle here.
Well, you've also got the bottom. You can make sure that both the sides are flush.
So I was doing I was flushing it on this side here.
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
can see how it kind of
Angled. That's fine.
tilts a little bit, but right about here is where both of them are flush.
It's fine. It'll totally work. It'll work totally
Yeah,
fine.
no.
Alright, so now the question is, what's your input there? Oh, great, Towson, Senpai Towson. Alright, overall height is about 30 inches is what I'm going for.
Okay.
Right now, this stands, this is at 28 and a quarter.
28 and a quarter, okay.
And I'm thinking that top is probably about an inch. So I was thinking about taking a couple inches out of this section and then putting the feet on it. Here.
I think what you should do is I think you should build out the rest of the desk first.
and then see how tall it is, and then adjust the feet to compensate.
Well, all it is the feet. That's all I have left to do.
So you're done putting it all together and
Except
piecing
for
it
the
together?
belt, which we have to go back to Home Depot to get post clamps.
Okay, so right here, so you're basically putting this together, and then here's where the shelf is going to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God! Would you stop with the button? This is what
I
I hear
love my
all day
daughter.
long. Well, we can still do the crossbars. The crossbars, actually, I should do. Let's go ahead and do that. I've
Yeah,
got
because once you get the tabletop on here, or the desktop on here,
Yeah.
that's when you're going to want to measure and see how far you want the feet.
Yeah. How is that tabletop? I'm not gonna get scared in my. Take the button.
Okay,
Wow.
bud. Okay, bud.
That is
Bud.
loud. All right.
There you go.
So, let's see. All I'm saying is I have like 6 inches to spare in this section here.
Giggity.
Because these right here added a lot.
Yeah.
Because I had to use those.
Yeah, and then what you want to do is after you've assembled everything else, that's when you adjust to compensate the feet of the desk.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna do the crossbars.
Okay.
Can you take out one of the top bars on that side?
One of the top bars, like this bar right here.
Yep.
Sure.
All right. And now my desk overall. Yes, the kid is training to be an ultimate fighter. She is she's advancing quite well. She's got standing while holding on to something down pretty good.
In the UFC, we call that grappling.
Grappling. Okay. All right. So the two of these together are 2.5 feet wide, and my whole desk top is 5 feet wide. This is a primo striker. Yeah. So I don't want them to be entirely straight out to the edges, like of the what?
I'm just pointing out that she's standing to everybody in the
Oh
audience.
yes, she's standing. She can do this now.
That's right, she can lick the top rope.
All right. So here, actually, let's spin that piece around. Yeah, once we get all this set in and then everything, I'm going to set sink screws into the corners here to hold these in place. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm actually going to put a crossbar here and then down here at the bottom to help just kind of keep it a little bit more secure. And to do that, I need to cut in to these bars that go in on the sides and then these bars down here, because they don't actually make this corner that goes across that way. It does not exist. Neither does that one down there.
I know, right, Strike?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So the overall width of the desk is 5 feet, and I want to have a couple of inches on the outsides of overhang so that the edge here doesn't go all the way to it, and then these themselves together were 2.5 feet. So I really could just go. Do I want? The big question is, how much space do you want in between your two
That's my bad.
shelf units? You can either go straight just 2 feet, or you can kind of let's see what I have here. Wow, she's like a
Okay.
screech monkey.
Yep. You want me to go ahead and take her back upstairs?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah, I have
Alright, come here, movers.
just over 2 feet. Well, unless it's up to everybody in chat.
Alright.
If they want Pip to stay, she can stay. If you guys, can't hear over her screeching, then she can go hang out and talk and chat upstairs on the other PC. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna keep going with 2 feet. That's a happy Pip girl. That is a really happy Pip girl. She's being silly. Alright, so we're gonna keep going with our 2 feet thing and just put 2 foot bars here because when we add in those pieces, that's gonna give us about 2 feet 2 inches width. Wrap that around hip and screw to the bottom of the shelf. Oh, I'm not getting a preview on that, so I'll have to look at that later. I have learned not to open links for people on stream. I've never done it on mine, but I've seen it happen on a few others.
I'm going to take it back here.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to pop in here to these key pieces. And we're going Hey, Cal.
Trial.
Trial. So when we cut into these, we also don't want to add too much length. So we're going to have to figure out just how much this is adding to it. Unfortunately, we can't slide the pipe all the way through. That would have been definitely a nice thing to do, but that's not an option. Yay, Deadpool! Hey, T-Dog, welcome. And I still got black hair on my nose. It's driving me nuts. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just do these crossbars. I'm trying to think. I want them kind of toward the back a little bit, or toward the front. I'm going to go ahead and put them so that they're kind of toward the front. But I'm going to cut in, we'll go about 4 inches from the front. So that'll put the crossbar itself at about 5 or 6 inches from the front of the desk. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for keeping the song requests going, and Towson for loaning us Towson bot so that we could have that running separate from the pit bot. So we've actually got it on the surface in the other part of the room. And if you're just doing a simple desk, it's maybe not quite this large, just doing the 2 little shelf units like this would probably be totally fine and stable enough. But mine is a relatively oversized desk, so having this extra stability is going to make a big difference. Sorry for awkward responses, you're fine. Okay, so now we're going to put, we've connected, this is the little 4-inch piece I just cut off, and just a simple T-piece. And we're going to connect it so the T-piece is pointing that way. And this is where the front of my desk is going to be here. Same on this side. Pointing this way. Here. I'm going to go with just a straight 2-foot piece. And this is our 2-foot piece that's going to become our crossbar. And Telson, I don't know if you're back at your PC or not. If you can, I don't know if you can dig out that tabletop. Probably not. But if I don't get the tabletop down here for the stream, then just follow me on Twitter, and I'll post pictures of it finished. And definitely once I get it all set up and everything with my computer and everything, you'll get pictures. And I'm thinking if I have to go back, if we're going back to Home Depot tonight to get the what is it, pipe straps, whatever they're called, to put the shelves on, then I'll probably get some paint and paint this a nice color. CDG, welcome. Who are you taking? Where are we taking people? Okay, I've got this at a weird angle. I don't know why it's angling like it is. This is not sunk together right. There we go. Alright. It's starting to look a little bit like a desk. So now I want to figure out how long of a piece I'm going to need to finish this off. And I will cut it a little short so I have something to play. So I'm going to go with just 19 inches. And this piece, these are the ones I took off, and I cut that 4-inch piece out of. So I'm actually just going to cut it in place. And that'll work just fine. Are you on break, CDG? Oh, thank you, DLC, for that social command. Yeah, that's my Twitter and everything, and you can definitely find me there. And you can also, everybody can join our Discord chat, or the Team Shenanigans Discord. We all hang out in there and have a grand old time. So remember, we're not gluing or screwing any of this until we're all finished and we can make sure it's all square and stable the way we want it, because it's a little, wobbly. So once we get the top on and everything, then you can also come through and tap in with your hammer and make sure it's all tight, and then you screw it in. So this might seem a little long right here right now, and then when I tap it in, it'll fit just fine. And if you look, we only took, this is how much length we lost by putting in that crossbar piece. So it's not even an inch. And we're just going to go ahead and take that same amount off of this piece over here. So there we go. That's that. And now we're just going to continue. Finish shitty day. Oh, I'm sorry. A little well under. Yeah, it should be a work too much longer, I think. Turn this around. Another great thing to do on PC. Super lightweight. Like Legos. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use this last piece down here to do a crossbar. Kind of right back here. I know it's really, really bad. I always put my feet up on something when I'm at my desk. So I'm going to put this up. I'll say right about here so that I can always stretch out and put my feet up on it later when I want. So we are going to have those legs still, a couple inches probably, down at the very bottom, which we'll do later on once we get the top and everything put together. So we'll take these ones out. and 3. Yeah, I need to build a HUD command for our bot here. Hitbot. And you can't really see, but when you're working with PVC, if you're taking it apart or putting it together, if you twist it, usually that helps adhere for you a little bit. So I left my tape measure over there. Y'all are on with the music. Thank you. I don't know who's doing it. Alright, so how far did I say? About here. Let's see how long that is. Okay, so we're at about 6 inches. We're going to take another notch out for this back support. I'm going to do that on both the legs. And this is entirely extra right here. I just think it'll be a little bit better having that support. I think I hear a Yukiko outside the room right now crying because she probably got stuck outside the door. Yuki! Let me go let the dog in. Oh, I'm sorry, CDG. You gotta go back to work. Yuki! Yuki, come on. Yuki, go! Come on. Right when I walked out, she ran upstairs. To go see Towson's. Yuki! Come on, Boo-Boo. Come say hi. Suddenly dog. What? Yeah? Yeah, I'm almost done. Yep. Go. Apparently pit girls get hungry, so we're gonna put this together here, and then we're gonna break on this project for right now. And I'll come back and show you guys how we have it finished up later. So, alright. Alright, since I already know about how much I need to take out to make room for these T-pieces, I'm just going to go ahead and take it off right now while I've got the pieces on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark it, because that'll be nice and easy. And we're just going to take those little bits out. It's just a nice pile of pieces I have in front of me now. Well, later, CDG, and yeah, we'll see you when you get done with work. We'll have some fun tonight. Alright, so we got those, and we're doing our T-pieces, and we're going to have them pointing across again. And now our shortened legs. and finally our crossbar. So this is totally looking out of whack, but it's just all a matter of twisting and supporting and getting things to line up the way you want. So this is your desk frame. Simple, pretty cost-effective way of doing it, and you can build it out to be the size you need for your desk, your computer, your desktop, if you have a full desktop, or you can always go and make your own desktop. Home Depot has some really nice finished boards you can get that are already at pretty good sizes, that are manageable, that you can purchase and practically just use them how they are. Alright, not the most beautiful thing right now, but it's really come together, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and have to wrap this up now because Pip Girl is kind of freaking. But I'm gonna feed her, and then probably run out to Home Depot and get those extra pieces we talked about to put the shelves in the bottom, and I'll probably pick up some paint. And I don't know if you guys want to talk with me on Discord and TeamSpeak in the next little bit here, and we'll figure out what color paint we want to do. I'm just gonna get a spray paint and rough it up with sandpaper, spray it, and then probably clear coat it or something like that, maybe a dark gray. And we'll fill the top on, and I'll get some good pictures of it, and we'll get it all set up with my computer, and I'll post pictures on Twitter. But thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with me while I finally got off my butt and streamed again and got this put together. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So thank you again to Tacit Lupus, welcome Fawcett, welcome to the pack. And thank you Woo Plays, Notorious DLC, Taliesin Com, Cammy Manny, Turskelly, Leilu, Burn to Tears, and Street Ryu. Thank you everybody for those hosts, and thank you to all of the new people we had come and join us in chat, and everybody else that just came and hung out with us. And also thank you to our lurkers. You guys are great, and yeah, check me out on Twitter. I'm gonna throw my social command up again real quick. And let's see here, how many people do we have? Is anybody on that we want to, let's go and raid somebody, huh? We can totally find somebody to raid. Assuming you guys feel like raiding. You guys have suggestions for, oh, Taliesin Bot. Way to go, Taliesin Bot. Thank you, Woo. Let's see here. Who do we have live right now? Norv Raid. Yes, we can totally do a Norv Raid. Alright, who do we have? Wow, we have a couple people. A lot of people are doing XCOM. Alright, so let's see here. We're gonna go and check out my buddy and fellow Team Shenanigans member. We're gonna go check out and raid Cosplay Diver. So go ahead and copy that message right there and get over to his chat. Wait for me, and when you see me go Norvenha Raid, just spam all that in there. /me, Panic Baskets, Norvenha Raid. And we'll go check out Cosplay Diver. He's playing XCOM 2, and that's a really popular game right now. Just came out. It's looking great. So get on over there, Cosplay Diver, and we'll go hang out with him for a little bit. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out. And yeah, get on over, be quiet, wait until you see me.